Just announced at Team Mazda. From now through the end of the month, get 0% financing up to 63 months on a new Mazda CX-5 or Mazda CX-50. You choose, and for a limited time, get 0% financing on your new Mazda. Right now at Team Mazda on Airline.
We'll eat anything. Well, I mean, it's just, we will. I mean, welcome to South Louisiana. We will eat anything. Hello.
Neutral.
Where did that come from? I didn't even see him come in here.
We never see
How
it
did he
happen.
do that? Where is that? Oh, that's the bottom of the. Okay, let's see how bad the floors are.
Little
That's not
dusty,
too bad.
you
Little
know.
dust. That's not bad. Actually, I feel like I got it.
Yeah, we
one of my
did
kids'
that
room is worse than that.
We did that on purpose for Halloween.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, we
left
want to
the
make
dust and cobwebs.
make it look kind of spooky.
There
Yeah,
you go,
that's
you
what you
did
got to
it.
do.
Welcome to 9 News Now, everybody. We were just talking about things you eat. Well, look, Matt Venezia at the State Fair right now showing us the great things you eat, and then Johnny comes in here and he says, I had cow brains once.
I have.
What in the world?
I
Where
was
were you?
visiting a high school buddy in Utah, and we went to a restaurant, and on the menu was brain and scrambled eggs. It was.
That's what it says on the menu, brains and eggs?
Yep.
I've never...
Well, no, they call it something, but it basically was brains and eggs. But
brains
yeah.
and eggs.
They
How
call
about
it
that?
something.
They called it egghead.
Okay.
Hey, it's
Please,
better than...
Nice.
I guess it's better than kegs and
It
eggs.
wasn't
Well,
bad when
was
you
it-
put a little salt and hot sauce on it.
Well,
it wasn't
that goes for most things. Little
Tabasco.
Did you feel smarter?
No.
No, exactly. No help I can get smart water and
No,
brains.
and I've
ain't
been
gonna help me
drinking
out.
smart water. Yeah, exactly.
So
If
they
he
call
didn't
it
bring
something
back-
else,
if he
which
didn't bring
goes
back-
back to lamb fries.
Oh,
Lamb
no.
fries.
Lamb fries.
Don't go there.
At the fair?
Yeah, sure. You ever had lamb fries?
I don't think so.
They also have another name.
They do, Rocky Mountain Oysters.
Mountain Oysters,
Oh, I've had
which sounds
that.
so pleasant. This guy has eaten them.
That
Oh,
was a
gosh,
Sunday
yes.
staple
Absolutely.
in Vidor, Texas.
Was it really?
Well, no, not
Well,
really.
the
It was
trick
on-
is
yeah.
you gotta snip them real hot. Oh, sorry, that's a line from a movie.
Funny Farm?
See, not done.
If he
So there
didn't
you
bring
go.
back me a turkey leg, Matt Venezia.
Little stanky leg. Man, my man you saw that smoked leg? He put shrimp fettuccine on top of that thing.
On the leg?
On the leg.
You can do that?
I don't know. That's what I was saying.
is
I'm like, we combine
Louisiana.
everything.
We could
This
do
is
anything.
Louisiana.
Anything you
Give
can
me two.
handle.
They need to
Utah.
have
Give
Survivor
me two.
over here in one of our swamps.
What?
They always have it in Fiji or something. The show Survivor needs to be in Louisiana.
Oh, you could survive off our swamps. You got to know, obviously, what you're doing once you catch that stuff. But are you kidding me? Get out of here.
I don't know, man. The mosquitoes here, they're going to tear you up.
That's true. They're big, gigantic birds.
Thanks for good TV.
Do you have we were talking about the rides at the State Fair. Obviously, they got some old stuff, some old favorites, some new stuff. I was hearing in my ear from one of our illustrious producers, interesting time on something like the Gravitron.
Yeah.
You ever have some Gravitron moments or just a...
Is that the
I
spaceship
have.
that spins?
It spins you
I
around,
love
kind of looks
that.
like a UFO.
Yeah.
There's always some adventurous kid that's got to like try to like
We're gonna go
reposition
upside
his
down.
body. Like, I've
Dude, you're going to die.
gotten
Then
kicked
it
in the
stops
head.
and you
I've seen
fall
people
on your head.
fall off. Yeah.
My favorite ride is an old ride that dates back to the 60s called the Zipper.
Well, the zipper, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
The whole thing
I
moves around, but you
love
got the individual
Zipper.
cars and
Love it, love it,
Yeah,
love
do
it.
you really?
Yeah.
Really?
I never rode rides as a kid. Scared to death. Ride everything as an adult.
No kidding.
Everything.
Look
There's
at you.
nothing I won't ride. A huge roller coaster fanatic.
He's like, I'm getting up in years, and the hell with it. If I'm going to die, I'm going to die.
Well, I was always scared to ride Mission Space over at Disney World because people died on it when it
Oh
first
my God,
opened.
I was
It was
completely
so intense.
kidding.
No, one older man died and 2 kids died when
Jeez.
it first opened, and then so that's why they built the second Mission Space, the less
Really?
intense one. Yes.
Well,
I
you know,
didn't know
you
that.
can't,
We
you
reported
can't
on
make
that.
you can't make an omelet without breaking a couple
Oh,
of eggs.
stop. God bless.
Well, the astronauts for the space shuttle program rode the original Mission Space and said this was the most authentic that they have ever experienced.
Get out.
Other than going up in the actual shuttle, right? So I rode the one that goes to the moon, which is the less intense one. The more intense one, the original one, goes to Mars.
Oh, God.
I rode that and I was scared to death. But in line, there was an 81 and an 82-year-old couple, and they said we will not miss this ride. We ride it 2 or 3 times every year when we come to Disney. We've got season passes. We live in Orlando, and I'm like, well, we're not going to die. And he goes, no, you're not going to die. I said, okay, fine. It was a blast.
And you said, I'm going to see how you guys make out.
Exactly.
If you guys come back, yeah, I'll give it a
Well,
shot.
the first time they rode it was like a few years prior, and they were like 40, and 2 years later they're 80, and that ride had put that many years on them and frapped their bones.
So they've got individual that seat four all around, and I was walking to them. He goes, "No, don't ride with us."
What?
He did. I promise. The guy
Stop.
goes, "Don't ride with us. Go ride in your own car. You'll have a blast."
Get out. Kicking Johnny out.
But I like that. I like how your litmus test, you know, you
The
make
old
sure
people.
that The old people can handle it.
If they can do it, you
If
can
they
do
could
it.
do it, you could do it.
like
He's like Tango and Cash. If I miss this, are you even gonna try it? Well, depends how close you come.
Oh, God, exactly. Do you walk out of there? I don't know. We'll give it a look. So how close are we going to come to upper 40s in the forecast? What are we at right now?
We're at 50.
Well,
so
that's right
yeah,
there.
We're knocking on the door, absolutely.
Man.
And look at this beautiful
gorgeous.
sunrise. Bay St. Louis, excellent. As Johnny says, though, you might want to avoid jumping in the water over there. Still, the winds calm, northeasterly when they blow, and it's going to be a nice day finally. And we could finally say this, that we had a day yesterday that was right on the money with where we're supposed to be, that being a high of 79 degrees. So Thursday, Friday look good. The Thursday and Friday events look good. The weekend, not so much. Rain possibly heavy at times, and it is getting closer to what looks like a weekend washout. And then Melissa is expected to be a major hurricane. Still a tropical storm right now. We'll talk about that coming up. Baton Rouge, satellite radar, not looking at much right now, and we're going to have a mixture of clouds and sun throughout the day. Graph's doing a good job starting us off at 50. Yeah, right on the money. That's where we're starting, and I agree that the high is going to be around 82 degrees in the afternoon, so we're not going to have that total blue sky that we had yesterday, but it's still going to look and feel really good with a mixture of sun and clouds. Then I want to speed things up. Let's go ahead and skip ahead because I want to get to the weekend. I want to show you what's new this morning, and what's new is the timing of the rain starting on Saturday. It looks like we're going to get an earlier jump on the ball game here. It looks like Saturday morning we could see a couple of scattered showers and thunderstorms, and then off and on going into the afternoon. So maybe for some of the football games we can thread the needle, but if you're heading out to either football game Saturday afternoon, Saturday night, Southern and LSU in town, definitely take the rain gear with you. And then going into Sunday morning, obviously it's still going to be wet. Fingers crossed that we can salvage Sunday afternoon, but definitely don't hold me to it. Don't count on that. There's the upper low. That's going to be the culprit. That's going to force in this next area of low pressure. And there you can see actually the European and the graph agree now. They both say, yes, Saturday morning we could see a few showers. And these are two totally different models. They have nothing to do with one another. Needless to say, Saturday night into Sunday morning, probably going to be the best chance of rain, possibly heavy at times. And then it looks like the European says once we get beyond 2, maybe 3 in the afternoon Sunday, we'll start to work it out and clear out from west to east. Needless to say, the dew points are really going to skyrocket as we get to Saturday, Sunday, so all the ingredients are going to be there. All right, let's get an update, shall we? To the tropics we go. There's Tropical Storm Melissa. Doesn't look like much on satellite because right now it's just that, a tropical storm with max sustained winds at 50. That's not that big of a deal, but look at that. 2, 3, 4. Category 4. That would be, by my count anyway, the 4th major hurricane of the Atlantic season. We've just been lucky. A lot of them have just hung out to sea. That's the whole thing. Okay, for today, a high temperature of 82 degrees with a mixture of sun and clouds. No chance of rain today. No rain for tonight. Tonight we're going to cool it down again. We'll drop down to the mid-50s. Not too bad for this time of year. So the 7-day forecast, the good news is we need the rain. So I don't want to say that the rain is bad, but with all the outdoor events we have this weekend, it looks like it's going to be wet. Let me make you feel a little bit better about it, though. Getting a sneak peek at the following weekend, the Halloween weekend, I think the weather's going to be excellent for that. Trick-or-treat's looking good, too. 7:10 right now. Johnny A., hopefully the road's quieter today than yesterday?
Much quieter today than yesterday. The backups we're seeing now on the interstates are normal morning backups, and those would be LA1 northbound, starting to back up a little as folks merge onto the bridge, and I-12 westbound. That's from Juban Crossing, slowest from Juban Crossing to the Amy River Bridge. Then it picks up from there. We do have a couple of wrecks, neither one of them on the interstate. This one's going to be below the interstate on Highland Road, right near Terrace Street and Julia Street. This one may be gone by now. It was an older wreck. It was on Old Jefferson near Stumberg. Keep an eye on that. And then we had one right there on I-12 at Millerville. It's not creating any backups. Here's where the wreck is. That's eastbound. That's going toward Denham, wide open, but the wreck is still on the right shoulder being investigated by officials, so we got to keep an eye on that for you. Westbound traffic is the slowest coming out of Denham, and drive times are reflecting that, but the rest of the interstate, especially what we dealt with yesterday on 10 eastbound near Dalrymple, backing up traffic at to 415, all of that is wide open. 7-11, you're watching WAFB's 9 News Now. Little headline for you in about 10 or 15 minutes. Liz is off. Matt's taking care of that, and he'll be back. A couple of things you want to know next. Stay with us.
Real quick before you get going, a couple things important to talk to you about. Have a look at your screen here. Actually, Baker police need your help finding a missing teenager, 13-year-old Phoenix Marshall. See the man in the camo cap? They believe she is with him. Last seen actually in Baker along Florida Boulevard. If you know anything about this, again, let's get Phoenix Marshall back home. Make the phone call. Also, Baton Rouge police telling us they are working right now a deadly shooting investigation. This is from yesterday. They say an argument between two men got heated. One of them shot the other. One man died. The alleged shooter is in custody. We'll get you caught up on exactly what they believe happened as the day moves on. Speaking of the day moving on, a special session begins up at the state capitol. Lawmakers there for actually the next 3 weeks. It's got to wrap up no later than 3 weeks from now. It's all about elections in Louisiana, what that means come 2026. They'll dig into that. Again, the special session begins today. Also beginning today, you saw our Matt Venezia live at the State Fairgrounds, Greater Baton Rouge State Fair. What's up, goat? It's about the rides. It's about the food. It's about the games. Check out the website. All the information waiting for you right there. Johnny Asian, huge fan of that. I mean, he starts giving us rundowns to day one, like halfway through the year.
Is that the thing? I could be wrong. That little ball in the cage was
Yeah.
is that the one with the motorcycles do that? That's so cool.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Johnny do it?
I stand there and let them go around me in the ball.
Did you really?
No.
Oh, okay. I would totally pay.
I would buy that too.
I would pay a lot of money to see it.
I'll give you $5.
I give you 10.
Okay, you win.
It's tailgating season at Team Toyota, where you can get a new 25 Tacoma four-wheel drive for just $279 a month, or get 1.75% for 72 months on a new 25 Tundra. Plus, stop in and register to win this ultimate tailgating package at Team Toyota.